يا الطاس يا المعنى خط بكتابك الترحيب لو سرابه ليلك وجنة بالدجى في الليل تسري.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. إنه من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله. أما بعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله تعالى، وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم، وشر الأمور محدثاتها، وكل محدثة بدعة، وكل بدعة ضلالة، وكل ضلالة في النار. أما بعد, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, today is our weekly class of Raqa'iq, matters of the heart. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala soften our hearts, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala purify our hearts, and may Allah azza wa jal fill our hearts with the iman and taqwa. Ameen. روى الإمام البخاري في صحيحه عن أنس أن أم حارثة أتت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم وقد هلك حارثة يوم بدر، أصابه غرب سهم، فقالت: يا رسول الله، قد علمت موقع حارثة من قلبي، فإن كان في الجنة لم أبك عليه، وإلا سوف ترى ما أصنع. فقال لها: هبلتي، أجنة واحدة هي؟ إنها جنان كثيرة، وإنه في الفردوس الأعلى. وقال: غدوة في سبيل الله أو روحة خير من الدنيا وما فيها. ولقاب قوس أحدكم أو موضع قدم من الجنة خير من الدنيا وما فيها. ولو أن امرأة من نساء أهل الجنة اطلعت إلى الأرض لأضاءت ما بينهما ولملأت ما بينهما ريحا، ولنصيفها يعني الخمار خير من الدنيا وما فيها. الله أكبر. Narrated Anas ibn Malik. Haritha, the mother of Haritha, came to Allah's Messenger ﷺ after Haritha had been martyred on the day of the Battle of Badr by an arrow thrown by unknown person. She said, "O Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you know the position of Haritha in my heart. That means how dear to me he was. So if he is in paradise, I will not cry for him, or otherwise you will see what I will do." The Prophet ﷺ said, "Are you mad? Is there only one paradise? There are many jinan, many paradises. And he is in the highest paradise of Firdaus." The Prophet ﷺ added, a forenoon journey in the forenoon, a forenoon journey or an afternoon journey in Allah's cause is better than the whole world and whatever is in it. And a place equal to an arrow bow of any one of you, or a place equal to a foot in paradise, is better than the whole world and whatever is in it. And if one of the women of paradise looked at the earth, she would fill the whole space between them, the earth and heaven, with light because of her beauty, and would fill whatever is in between them with perfume. And the veil of her face is better than the whole world and whatever is in it. Let us reflect on this beautiful hadith. So, Haritha was martyred, radiallahu anhu. His mother came to the Prophet ﷺ. He was hit by an arrow. So now she was worried where Haritha will be. Will he be in Jannah or hellfire? This shows what? This shows that the Sahaba, they were worried about their ikhlas, about their intentions. This mother was worried. Maybe Haritha was not sincere. Maybe Haritha had sins that will deprive him from entering the Jannah. Or maybe Haritha was fighting not for the cause of Allah. So that's why she was worried. So she wants to make sure that her son fought for the sake of Allah and that her son is in the Jannah. So that's why she came to ask. And here in the hadith, this word used, halaka. وَقَدْ هَلَكَ حَارِثًا. Halaka means died. And mata, halaka, they can be used synonymously and interchangeably. Some people, they are under the impression that halaka is only for the kuffar. If someone's kafir or someone, munafiq, so they use this word halaka. No, the word halaka can mean died. This is a companion. And the word is used halaka. Though, as a usage, many people you'll find that when they are referring to mubtadi' or a person who was evildoer, so they say halaka fulan, okay, which gives negative meaning, but not always. So keep this in mind. وقد هلك حارث يوم بدر أصابه ضرب سهم. So an arrow hit him. So the mother came and she is now telling the Prophet, قد علمت موقع حارثة من قلبي. You know how much I love Haritha. You know his place in my heart. He's filling all my heart. No space for anyone else. So this is motherly feelings. course. And it is natural, truly. Children, they have to know this. No one can love you more than your mother except Allah. Your mother loves you, and mothers, they have hearts of gold. Though you were unkind to her, mistreated her, and you were undutiful to her, but still she loves you. Still you are part of her. So she carried you 9 months in her womb. 9 months. Feeding you. She eats and she passes the food to you. You need calcium. She gives it from her own bones to you. That's why pregnant women, they have to give them supplements. She's worried about you, your mother. If she feels that you are not moving, she gets worried. The moment you start to move in her womb, she starts smiling. She's happy that you are alive inside. She's happy. She will tell your father, put your hand, can you feel him? Can you feel him? And sometimes you kick her. And she goes breathless. She cannot breathe because of you. That's your mother. That's what you did to her. Yet she loves you. Your mother loves you. Take care of your mothers, my dear brothers and sisters. No matter what they did to you, or they get angry with you, they love you. And we can never, ever reward our parents, fathers and mothers. We cannot. The man who carried his mother from Yemen on his back, from Sana'a to Mecca, and he started making tawaf. And then he saw one of the companions. He said, do you think I did my part? In other words, that we break even? He said, no. Can she walk? He said, yes. He said, let her walk. All this, what you did, from Sana'a to here, carrying her on your back, is nothing. Is nothing, is not equal or equivalent to one of the contractions of the labor. One of the contractions. Only women, they know this. One of the contractions. All this. So you cannot pay your debts towards your parents. So your mother. If your mother is alive, kiss her feet. Take care of your mother. Jannah at her feet. This is the authentic narration. Another narration, Jannah under her feet, which is weak. But the authentic narration, at her feet, the Jannah is there. So, mothers, the motherly love, you not find any equivalent love to it. Yet, many of us, they grow up, they get married, they forget about their mothers, they follow the sweethearts. And what the sweetheart tells him, he does. His sweetheart tells him, I don't want your mother to be under the same roof with me. I cannot live with her. She's unbearable, naggy type. Oh, listen. Yes, people, when they grow old, they lose temper. They will be irritated easily because of age. We have to take care of that because you will also reach that status. One day you will be like that. So if you want people to take care of you, take care of your mother-in-law and of your mother, so that when you grow old, your children will be also treating you kindly because you treated your parents kindly. But if you mistreated your parents, then tit for tat, for sure, you will drink from the same cup. You will drink from the same cup. So, mothers, as long as your mother is alive, you have something in life. You have this shoulder you can't cry on. He is always paying for you, always. You know the hadith of the people of the trench, Ahl al-Ukhdud, you know. So they were Muslims, early Christians, monotheists. So the king of Najran, who wanted to convert them by force into Christianity, and they refused, so he decided to burn them alive, and he dug trenches in Najran, even still there today. The place of the trench, and there are some traces. And they jumped into the fire. And they were enjoying watching burning the believers alive. Then a mother came carrying her child. She was reluctant, not because of herself, no, because of her child. So Allah made her son, her child, to talk to her and to tell her, Mom, we are on the truth, jump. And she jumped with her son, with her child. She was hesitant because of her child only. She is ready to give her life, but because she has a child. But now the child is telling his mother, jump, and she jumped. Allahu Akbar. So mothers. So here, the mother of Haritha, she wants to make sure that her son is in Jannah. فإن كان في الجنة لم أبكي عليه. If he's in Jannah, I will not cry. Why should I cry? When he's in Jannah, well, I will not weep. I will not slap my cheeks, bewail, lamentate. No, I will not lament. No, I will not do that. I'll be happy for him. And this is what we should always be. Someone is, Allah blessed him with a good ending. For example, he died in the battlefield and died as a martyr. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. We just keep praying, oh, Allah accept him as shaheed. That's it. Okay, someone died while he was in the dhikr, died while he's in saying the shahada, died while he is in sujood. These are signs of the ending. فإن كان في الجنة. So the Sahaba always thinking, okay, that this world is nothing to them, but our destination. We want to reach our home. So the Jannah was always there in their minds. They bring up their children, okay, to serve the deen and to die for the cause of Allah. So now they want them to be in the Jannah. Al-Khansa, you know Al-Khansa. Listen to these things, mothers and sisters. We need such caliber of sisters. Ummah is in need of this. We need this caliber of mothers, the Ummah. Bring up your children like the mothers in the past. So Khalsa, 4 of our children, men, now they are going to fight, enter the battlefield, she called them. My sons, keep in mind that all of you are legitimate children. I never cheated on your dad. Sons, I don't want to see anyone to come back. We will only meet in the Jannah. I don't want to see you back. Anyone to come safe to me. I don't want that. I want each one of you to die as a martyr. We will only meet in the Jannah. Sisters, are you preparing your children to give their life for the sake of Allah? Are you bringing up your children on Islam? Are you singing to them the lullaby, serving the deen and the Jannah? The Jannah? Drilling down and inculcating in their hearts the Tawheed, the Aqidah? Are you doing that? Or you are leaving them with the PlayStations and the iPad and the social media? You are destroying your children. I hope all the sisters to wake up, roll up their sleeves, say, yes, from this moment, I will work on my children. And I want all of them to be in the Jannah. My daughters, they should wear the hijab. My sons, they will never miss their prayers, inshallah. You try your best and you keep praying for them. May Allah Azza wa Jal grant success to all of you. And may Allah protect all the Muslim children. And may Allah give the success to the parents to bring up their children Islamically. Ameen. فإن كان في الجنة. So if Haritha was in the Jannah, لم أبكي عليه. I will not cry over him. وإلا سوف ترى ما أصنع. Yeah, this is as if he was threatening. But of course, she didn't mean to threaten. وإلا, otherwise, what are you going to do if he's not in Jannah? وإلا سوف ترى ما أصنع. You will see what I will do. What are you going to do? I will be crying. That's it. That's the only thing I can do. Okay? I will be in a state of misery. I will be in a state of sadness because my child is in the hellfire. So for that reason, Allah, He reminded us, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, O you who believe, قوا أنفسكم وأهليكم نارا وقودها الناس والحجارة. O you who believe, save your families from the fire, whose fuel, human beings and rocks. On them, guarding the hellfire, stern angels, strict angels, who will never break Allah's command, and they do what they are commanded. So are we guarding our families from the fire? Every one of you, each one of us. Be honest. Look around you in your house. Is there any haram? Is there any haram you can see right now, in front of you in your house? Get rid of it. Rectify it. Because you want to save your family from the fire. So if you see haram in your home, get rid of it. Rectify the situation. Correct it. Because Allah tells you, save yourself and your family from the fire. Jahannam is not something can be treated lightly. The fuel of it, human beings and rocks. And many of us, as Muslims, many of haram stuff in their homes. Images, pictures, movies, songs. The Quran is deserted, maybe of Ramadan. They will dust it and read it. All of them, they get together in front of the telly, watching movies. Not they get together around the book of Allah Azza wa Jal. So we need, as Ummah, to change ourselves. And each one should start the change by himself and his family. Because community, number of families. And that's why the Muslim family is targeted, is a target for all the enemies of Islam. They are targeting the family. Either through doubts, casting doubts into the minds of the Muslims, or desires, making them fall into the mire of sinfulness, make them become slaves for the pleasures of the flesh, just the desires, okay? Do fulfill the desires in the haram. So haram is just keep it easy, facilitate the haram, make it easy access to the haram to the Muslims. So we can destroy them by the shahawat. And we can destroy them by the shubuhat, doubts. So the youth, they are empty, their heads, their families did not bring them up Islamically. So they don't know anything about Islam except that his name is a Muslim. So when he is confronted with these doubts, he is lost, confused. So don't come and cry, Sheikh, my child is an atheist. You are the one who made him an atheist. You. Yeah, you. You didn't do your job. You did it. You know, there are many diseases there, but you didn't strengthen the immune system. You didn't. So you left the immune system vulnerable. Had you worked in the immune system of your child, I'm talking metaphorically, by teaching him Islam from the beginning, the Aqidah from the beginning, all the issues that he is going to see and meet outside, already he was taught, and they were debunked and refuted. So when he hears all this nonsense and the doubts, he smiles because he knows his immune system is very strong. Hey, I mentioned this many times. You know, in the 60s and 70s and early 80s, but in the mainly 70s and 60s, there was a wave of kufr in the Arab world. Many countries, they were communist. So many of the Muslim children, they became communist. And they were working at grassroots, from the primary one, or less than before, even in the KGs. They're brainwashing the children. So one day, a teacher was telling the children, the pupils, what is this? Duster. Yes. What is this? Chalk. What is this? Blackboard. What is this? Desk. That's right. Because you see these things. So what we see, we believe in it. What we don't see, we don't believe in it. Because you don't see it, so you don't believe it. It's not there, it doesn't exist because you can't see it. So the innocent pupils say, yes, sir, yes. So one raised his hand and he said, sir, we don't see your mind. We don't see your mind. We can't see your mind. Sir, according to your logic that you are teaching us, you don't have mind because we can't see it. You don't have mind. You don't have aql. So who told this child that? His parents. His immune system is so strong. So when he heard this nonsense, he knew how to silence this fool teacher. That's how we should bring our children. فإن كان في الجنة لم أبكي عليه وإلا سوف ترى ما أصنع. Otherwise, I will be crying. That's it. What can I do more than this? That's what I own. I will shed my tears. Nothing more than that. Of course, if one tries his best in bringing up his children, and then one child went off the track, that is beyond my control. Allah has the divine wisdom. Then I have to console myself. I cannot be better than the prophets of Allah. Noah could not guide his son. Lut could not guide his wife. So I say, La hawla la quwwata illa billah. There is a divine wisdom. Allah knows. I tried my level best. Yet, I should not lose hope. I will keep praying for my child. Keep praying. Like Noah, he did. And he cried to Allah to save his child. Until Allah warned him and told him, no, it's not a good deed. It's an evil deed, this child, and he is not from your family. But before that, he was crying to Allah to save him. Innabni min ahli. Oh, Allah, save my child. So the dua, keep always praying for your children. When they go to school, keep praying for them. Oh Allah, protect my children. Protect them from the evil of what they are going to see or what they are going to hear. وإلا سوف ترى ما أصنع. قال لها صلى الله عليه وسلم, حبيبتي, are you mad? Are you mad? What does it mean here, حبيبتي? Are you mad? This is to tell her that what Allah prepared for the masters is something you cannot imagine. It's not one Jannah. It's not one paradise. There are many types of paradise, because they are saying paradise is an uncountable noun. So to say paradises, okay, as an English point of view, it's uncountable now. So there are many types of paradise. So he's telling her, Habilti, do you think it is only? Are you mad? You think only one Jannah? No, there are so many. Jannatun wahida. That's why this is a question. Jannatun wahida. Because the Hamza, okay, can be used to ask question. أأنت فعلت هذا? أأنت فعلت هذا? Did you do this? ألم تسمع ما قلت لك? Didn't you hear what I told you? So the Hamza can be used to ask a question. أجنة واحدة? Do you think it is only one Jannah? أجنة واحدة هي? Do you think it is only one Jannah? إنها جنان كثيرة. Jinan, not only one Jannah. So the plural form of Jannah is Jinan, not Janan. Jinan with the kasra. See the Arabic language. Jinan means many types of paradise. Janan means the heart, the Janan. Janan. Jinan, many Jannah. That's why the belief, the definition of al-Iman, قول باللسان واعتقاد بالجنان وعمل بالجوارح والأركان يزيد بالطاعة وينقص بالمعصية. This is the definition of Iman according to the belief of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah, according to the belief of the Salaf Salih. So Iman, قول باللسان, an utterance, a pronunciation, a verbal expression through the tongue. اعتقاد, firm belief in the heart, and actions by the limbs. These are three components of Iman. As I explained before, inseparable, all are variable, multiplied by each other. So if anyone increases, the Iman increases. If one becomes zero, Iman becomes zero. Okay? So if no amal, no salah, no siyam, no zakah, no nothing, no amal. And then you say Iman is here, hey, wake up. You're dreaming. There is no Iman. Because Iman, the amal is zero, the action is zero, multiply anything by zero, you get zero. So don't let the shaitan fool you. So إنها جنان كثيرة, جنان, many types of Jannah. وإنه في الفردوس الأعلى. Most certainly, your son Haritha is in the highest Firdaus. Highest. Now you can imagine what a relief. What a relief. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah that he is now in the Firdaus al-A'la. The Shuhada, my dear brothers and sisters. No one can, compare his amal or his status to the status of Shaheed. Because the Shaheed, he gave the most precious thing, his life. He sold his life to Allah. And Allah purchased their lives. And they sold. May Allah Azza wa Jal elevate their status. Many of those brothers who passed away, who died as martyrs, you can see them smiling when they were dying. It's there on the net, smiling. You're dying and you're smiling. Yes, I'm smiling because now I'm seeing the Jannah. I'm seeing the Jannah. Yes, he's seeing the Jannah. You know, one of the Sahaba was a newly married, maybe Julaybib of the Allah anhu, was a newly married. He's in the honeymoon. And then he heard the announcement, the cry, the nida, the call. Ya khayl Allah arkabi. Allahu Akbar. Ya khayl Allah arkabi. O men of the Akhirah. O horsemen. O horses of Allah. Be saddled. Ya khayl Allah al-Kabir. What did he do? He had no time to take a shower. He had no time to take a shower. He was in state of janaba. He dressed up, picked up his sword, saddled his horse, to the battlefield. And he was martyred. He was martyred. Now I'm confused whether he was Julaybib or Julaybib. He killed so many. And when the battle was over, the Prophet ﷺ asked, "Are you missing anyone?" They said, "No." He said, "I miss Julaybib." And they found him martyred, and he killed many of the kuffar around him. So he said, "Julaybib is from me, and I'm from Julaybib." Okay. The other may be Hanbala. Anyway, it's one of the Sahaba. He was in state of Janaba, and he was martyred. He was giving the burial wash. But where? Where? On earth? No. Between the heavens and the earth. Who gave him the burial wash? The Malaika. The Malaika. Masters. No one will wish to come from the Jannah after entering the Jannah to the earth except the master, the Shaheed. The Shaheed, he wants to come back to the dunya to fight and to die many times. So he's telling his mother, the souls, you know that the soul, when we breathe our last, the souls are taken by the angels. And may Allah make our souls in the Jannah. Aliyin, Amin Ya Rab, by your grace and mercy. So the souls of the believers are carried by birds roaming in part of the Jannah, whereas the souls of the Shuhada, the martyrs, are carried by green birds roaming all over the place, all over, any place in the Jannah. No restrictions for the souls of the Shuhada. The martyr will not be questioned in his grave. No fitna for him, no fitna. The trial of the grave, they will not go through that. The martyr, the first drop of blood comes out from his body. First drop. All his sins are vanished, washed away. Except if there was debt that has to be paid. The Prophet ﷺ was asked why there is no fitna for the martyr in his grave. He said, كفى ببارقة السيوف فتنة فوق رأسه. He already went through the fitna, through the tribulation, through the trial, through the test. He went in the battlefield. كفى ببارقة السيوف. Suyuf, they are white. So when they are moving, they are just like, they dazzle your sight. There is brightness, like the brightness of lightning. كفى ببارقة السيوف, when the swords were moving over his head, when the bullets are flying around him, when the shells are falling around him. So he already went through that. So no more tests. One is enough for him. And then Allah honored them, the Shuhada, by telling them, go, every Shaheed, on the day of resurrection. Bring 70 of your family from the hellfire. Bring them into the Jannah. So here, that's why Sayyidina Khalid ibn al-Walid was felt very sad when he died because he wished to die in the battlefield. He wished to die in the battlefield. He said, there's no a place that you put your finger on it without a scar, a wound, a scar that happened due to the cut of a sword or an arrow. And now I die on my bed like a camel. فلا نامت أعين الجبناء. May the eyes of the coward never sleep. Never sleep. So he wanted to die in the battlefield. That's why he is the sword, Saifullah, Allah's sword. This is a title was given to him. In one of the battles, one of the Romans, the commander, the general, before the battle started, he said, I want to talk to Khalid. So Khalid went to him. He said, Khalid, a free man will never lie. Tell me the truth. Is it true that sword came from heaven, was given to you? That's why you're always victorious? He said, no. This is a title was given to me. Then he asked him, Khalid, why are you fighting us? Now, Khalid used what is today called psychological warfare. He said, we Arabs love to drink blood. We are addicts to drinking blood. We like to drink blood. And we heard that the blood of the Romans is very sweet, very sweet. That's why we are here, to drink your blood. Imagine what these words did to this general, the general. So the general said, Khalid, what one should do to become a Muslim? Khalid said, he should say, I bear witness, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. I bear witness that there is no deity worthy of worship but Allah. Muhammad is his messenger. He said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. He said, come next to me now. You're my brother. Now we'll fight together. And this general, he didn't pray one rakah, and he was martyred. What a good ending. From kufr straight to the Jannah. وَإِنَّهُ فِي الْفِرْدَوْسِ الْأَعْلَى. Then the Prophet ﷺ added, قَدْوَةٌ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ. Qadwa means to go in the early morning, a forenoon. Okay. So this trip and journey in the early morning is called Ghadwa. Ghadwatun fi sabilillah, in the cause of Allah, in the jihad. Because you see, when the mujahid, his sleep, hasanat. He's awake, hasanat. He's guarding, hasanat. Even his horse, what the horse drinks, he gets hasanat. The droppings of the horse, of his horse, he gets hasanat. That's why La ilaha illallah. Abdullah ibn al-Mubarak. وما أدراك من عبد الله بن المبارك يا عابد الحرمين لو أبصرتنا لعلمت أنك في العبادة تلعب. Abdullah ibn Mubarak, they said in his biography, we compared Abdullah ibn Mubarak to a Sahaba, with the Sahaba. We didn't find any difference except that the Sahaba saw the Prophet. Abdullah ibn Mubarak was muhaddith, thiqa, mujahid, generous, rich man. He would 1 year go to Hajj, the other year he will be on the frontiers, protecting the borders of the Muslim land. So he wrote a letter to his brother Al-Fudayl, telling him, "Oh, you worshipper who's there in the haram, come if you want to know the real ibadah. Real ibadah, come to the jihad, Al-Fudayl. Come." They said Al-Fudayl, rahimahullah, cried when he read the letter. So the Ghadwa fi Sabilillah, that's only this short period fi Sabilillah. Imagine you are always in jihad, like Abdullah Mubarak, 1 year in jihad, 1 year for the Hajj, like Harun al-Rashid. Allah Akbar. Imam in the Zuhud, Abdullah Mubarak. They said when the moment he would finish the Salah, congregational Salah, Jama'ah, he would not stay outside like many people talking, and immediately he would go to his house. So he was asked, "Don't you feel bored by yourself?" He said, "No, I'm always with the Prophet and his companions." He meant the books of Hadith. So here the Prophet ﷺ said, "Ghadwatun fi sabilillah," Ghadwa, or rawha, or a trip, or in the forenoon, in the early morning, or in the afternoon. خير من الدنيا وما فيها. Allah, it's better than the whole dunya and what it contains. What is this dunya, my dear brothers and sisters? What is it? It's nothing, insignificant. Nothing, the dunya. And we are fighting over it, hating each other for the dunya. The whole dunya, in the sight of Allah, does not weigh the weight of the wing of the mosquito. It's nothing. That's why Allah gave the dunya to the kuffar. And he said, "Ad-dunya jannatul kafir." It is the jannah of the disbeliever. وَسِجْنَ الْمُؤْمِنِ, the prison of the believer. Then he said, وَلَقَابُ قَوْسِ أَحَدِكُمْ. You see, the bow has two parts, and you put the arrow in the middle. So the distance between the two ends of the bow, that's the gap. So it is very small distance, short length. وَلَقَابُ قَوْسِ أَحَدِكُمْ. If you have just that amount, that space in Jannah, equal to the length of the bow, it's better than the whole dunya. وَلَقَابُ قَوْسِ أَحَدِكُمْ أَوْ مَوْضِعُ قَدَمٍ, or a place where you can put your foot in it, in Jannah. You have a small portion in the Jannah, equal in the size of it, equal the size of what your foot can occupy. It's better than the entire dunya. أو موضع قدم من الجنة خير من الدنيا وما فيها. Then the Prophet ﷺ, and this is his unique style, salam. So now everyone is looking, aspiring, coveting, okay, for the Jannah. Everyone now is trivializes the dunya. He is not interested in the dunya. He's dreaming about the Jannah. So now he mentions things from the Jannah to them. Okay? So he said, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, ولو أن امرأة من نساء أهل الجنة اطلعت إلى الأرض. I don't know, sometimes the sisters, they feel jealous when we are talking about the huriyat. Don't feel jealous. Just compete with them. Compete with the huriyat. How can you compete with them? Be good to your husband. Be good to your husband, so that you will be with him in the Jannah. But if you are mistreating your husband, so he's in the Jannah and you are somewhere else. Because if you are unkind to your husband, giving him tough time, because there are many husbands suffering. Yeah. Okay. Some women, they beat their husbands. I don't know what type of husband they are, but you hear these things. That's why, my dear brothers, a woman needs a strong man. A woman doesn't like a weak husband. Doesn't like that. Doesn't like a man who's always, yes, sweetheart, whatever you want, I'll do it. She doesn't want to hear that. She wants to hear, no. Let her hear sometimes, no. Enough. When you tell her that, she is happy inside. Okay, I have a man. I can count on him. Not always, do whatever you like, do whatever you want. She doesn't like that. Once I read in a magazine, talks about families, social issues. It's mentioned that a woman hit her husband with the vase. She told him, أتمنى أسمع. I just wish to hear you one day to say no to me. What type of man are you? So she picked the vase and threw it at him. So be men, because unfortunately, many husbands, they lost that rujula, manhood, masculinity. So if a woman was unkind to her husband, giving her husband tough time, and the husband is patient because of the children, and he doesn't want to break the family. Whenever you make him upset, the Huriyya in the Jannah curses you and tells you, okay, may Allah ruin you. Be kind to him. He's only a guest, and soon he will be with us. So be kind to your husbands. Be nice to them. ولو أن امرأة من نساء أهل الجنة. So one of the حوريات اطلعت إلى الأرض. She appears to inhabitants, to all of us, the people on earth. She appeared from the Jannah. لأضاءت ما بينهما. The distance between the heaven and the earth will be lit up, will become bright, will be illumined. Why? because of her beauty. Beauty. Hur, as Allah described, مقصورات في الخيام. These are huriyat. They have big eyes and they are black. Okay. Hur, maqsurat, they're confined in tents. They're not roaming around. They're not in the malls most of the time. Huh? They are in their homes. They don't leave their homes like many women, always in the market, in the malls. حور مقصورات في الخيام لم يطمثن إنس قبل ولا جان. They will never be touched, neither by human beings nor by the jinn. They are pure. And they don't get their menstrual cycles. In the Jannah, no menstrual cycle, no menses. حور مقصورات في الخيام. Virgins. They are like the white pearls. كمثال اللؤلؤ المكنون, the pearls that is preserved and protected. لو أن امرأة من نساء أهل الجنة طلعت إلى الأرض وأضاءت ما بينهما ولملأت ما بينهما ريحا. الله أكبر. So, what is between the earth and the heavens will be light, will be lit up, will be illumined, and it will be filled. Can you imagine this space is filled with the pleasant perfume, pleasant smell. وَلَنَصِيفُهَا, her veil, the veil of the Huriyah, which means women, they have veils and also in the Jannah. Okay, I think in one of the talks, questioner asked, are women there mixed with men? No, حور مقصورات في الخيام. No free mixing, even in the Jannah, because it is a pure place. وَلَا نَصِيفُهَا, which means the veil, خَيْرٌ مِنَ الدُّنْيَا وَمَا فِيهَا. Just imagine the veil of the Huriyah is better than the whole dunya. اللهم إنا نسألك الجنة. اللهم إنا نسألك الجنة. اللهم إنا نسألك الجنة. Allah grant us the Jannah. Oh Allah, grant us the Jannah. Oh Allah, admit us to the Jannah by your grace and mercy. Ameen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us remain steadfast on this beautiful deen, the deen of Islam, the deen of the truth, the only way of salvation. Amen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us with the righteous knowledge, the beneficial knowledge and righteous deeds. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us our faults and mistakes and ignorance. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide our ummah to the haqq. And may Allah unite our ummah on the haqq. May Allah unite our hearts on the haqq. And may Allah reward all of you, my dear brothers and sisters, immensely for your patience and attendance. Barakallahu feekum. Jazakum Allahu khaira. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Sheikh Salim. How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, Sheikh. What a beautiful, beautiful reminder. Truly, truly, barakallah feek, Sheikh. That was amazing. Brothers and sisters, everyone listening, this is a great time to share how you feel, because some of those points I know hit deep. I know it hit deep for some of the people watching as well. Don't be shy. Bring your questions forward. This is the Q&A session. And most important, Sheikh, I think the thing that hit most was sometimes people need to be told straight, it's your fault. And if we don't know it's our fault, then we won't rectify it. I mean, sure, it may upset us to hear it, but ultimately the youth going astray and the parents and families not making the right amount of effort at the right time, Yeah, is key, Sheikh. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and accept this sadaqah jariyah, this garden of Jannah from all of us. Ameen. Ameen. And your dua beautiful. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept every single one of them. Ameen. So we're going to go straight to the Q&A, my brothers and sisters. You guys are going to have to help me because some of the messages are flooded. I need to see where to begin. Can you send me that link, please? Thank you. 1 second. Finished here today. There you go. Okay, Jazakallah khair, but there's no questions there. Is that the questions? Could you help me out here? Oh, I found it. Okay, sorry. Sheikh, Assalamu alaikum. What is the punishment on the earth for those who Allah has cursed?
So we asked that one, so that's where we finished yesterday. So the next one is the first question.
Okay, Afwan, Jazakumullah khair. Sheikh, the next question is the word Tawheed mentioned in the Quran?
Yes. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. Ya'budun means what? What is Tawheed, first of all? The questioner seems he doesn't know the meaning of Tawheed. Tawheed is Arabic word. Tawheed is the infinitive or verb and noun, masdar. Wahada, we say in Arabic, wahada yuwahidu tawheedan, which means to single out or to make a thing into one entity. We say, wahada al-malik al-bilad, the king, he united the country, which means there were different provinces, different emirates, different places, okay, different government districts. So he united the whole country, wahada. So he made them into one entity. So that is from the linguistic perspective. When it put it in the legal definition or the lexical definition, the legal definition or Shari'i definition, it means to single out Allah, the Tawheed, singling him out. You single him out regarding, okay, his essence, his person, that he is one, his actions, his acts, that he are unique. And this we refer to as the unity of lordship, Tawheed Rububiyyah, because I single out Allah. His actions are unique. He's not like any of the acts of anyone, and he is one. He is one. Wahid. Qul huwa Allahu ahad. Say Allah is the one that deserves to be worshipped. Then you single him out regarding his names and attributes, that he has the most beautiful names and the most unique attributes. And this will refer to it as Tawheed al-Asma wa Sifat, the unit of names and divine attributes. Then you single him out regarding your own actions as a worshipper, that your that all your acts, all your actions are offered to him only exclusively. You don't worship anyone but him. So this is the Tawheed. And that is why he created you for this. وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. And that's why in Sahih Imam Bukhari, the Prophet ﷺ, when he sent Mu'adh to Yemen, he told him, فَلْيَكُنْ أول ما تدعوهم إليه أن يوحدوا الله. أن يوحدوا الله. So the first thing that you, Mu'adh, should address the people of Yemen, that they believe in Allah and single out Allah. That's the Tawheed. That's the Tawheed. And that is وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. Okay. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ. Okay. فمن كان يرجو لقاء ربه فليعمل عملا صالحا ولا يشرك بعبادة ربه أحدا. Whoever believes in Allah and the last day, let him do righteous deeds, and he should not associate with Allah the worship, the act of worship, anyone, أحدا. So yes, the whole Quran from Alif Lam Mim to the end of Surah An-Nas, Tawheed. Oh, read the Quran. It's either talking about Allah, the names of Allah, attributes of Allah, okay, or the acts of the people, the mu'mineen, the acts of the kafirin, the acts of the munafiqeen, and the reward for those who actualize the iman and the belief, what Allah has prepared for them, talking about the Jannah and the pleasures of the Jannah and the blessings of the Jannah, and what Allah prepared for those who disbelieved. That's the whole Quran. Read, go through it. I hope this is clear to the questioner.
Jazakumullah khair, Sheikh Salim. Beautifully clear. And I think there's a couple of different reasons why this question comes up sometimes. You know, when the Christian debate happens, people raise the issue that the word Trinity does not exist in the Bible. And then they come back and say the word Tawheed doesn't exist in the Quran, for example. And it's all about the concept.
No, see, it's very easy because we tell them, okay, fine, we are not, when we say the word Trinity, we're not talking about only the word Trinity. We're talking about the whole concept. It's not there in the Bible.
Correct.
So where is it mentioned in the Bible that Christ said that he is God? I saw one hot-tempered Christian, those Bible thumpers, asking Dr. Zakir, may Allah protect him, and tell him it's not necessary to say that you are God. Just in the same way you cannot detach yourself from your own actions. Nonsense. We are discussing an issue here, the divinity of Christ. Divinity of Christ. Yes, he is telling them, and Muslim scholars say, I am ready to become Christian. I'm ready to be baptized. Just help me. If you convince me that Christ said that he is God, that's what I'm fine. And of course, this is the type of style is used in the debate to challenge your enemy, because you are so confident, you are sure that there isn't anything. As in the Quran, Allah said, if there is a son for the Almighty, then I'll be the first worshipper. This is a Quranic style. Because there is no son, Allah begat not, nor is he begotten. So Muslims, study your Islam, and you should know how to handle such questions raised by the missionaries. And sometimes the question is wrong. So tell him, first of all, your question is wrong. Correct your question. Or sometimes it's not a question. It is a statement. It's not a question. Or Islam mistreats women. Islam oppresses women. Islam. And then they say, what do you think? You should be smart enough. You should smile and say, where is the question? What you said, statement, claims. Where is the question? Question has to be a closed statement. What is the question? You didn't ask a question. Does Islam oppress women? No. Islam gives women their rights. From the beginning. Before she comes into this world, her rights are guaranteed. A woman in Islam, she is protected. Her rights are protected from the cradle until the grave. This is Islam. Next question, please.
Jazakumullah khair, Sheikh Salim. The next question is a bit complicated. So I think what they're asking, I'm trying to understand. I think what they're asking, Sheikh, is that let me just see. Okay, I think
this will be the last question, by the way, okay?
Okay, inshallah, Sheikh. Sheikh, can I ask in the future? I think what we'll do is we'll let the time of the lecture by 10, 15 minutes because a lot of people really are begging for more time for Q&A. Because they have a lot of questions always get left, but we can see if we can make some time for you. Sheikh, this question is for
Maybe
today.
I'll try to finish it less before, so we can spare time for them, inshallah.
10 minutes, inshallah. Sheikh, someone's asking, some of the Muslims, they deny the shifa. I think this person's talking about Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam making intercession on the Day of Judgment or something like that, because they're talking about the hadith where the Prophet asked Fatima, his daughter, and his relatives that he cannot save them from the torment of the day of the akhirah, something like this. The wording is not clear.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're asking about the shifa.
The shafa'a is true. And the Prophet ﷺ will intercede, for the Muslims who already entered the hellfire, and also for the Muslims who are in the Jannah to be promoted. And we talked about the shafa'a before. And regarding the hadith, when he addressed his family, his daughter, his aunt, and his cousins, and here is the message, what the Prophet ﷺ was emphasizing upon is that he meant, don't come on the day of resurrection relying on your closeness to me, because I'm from you, I'm your father, Fatima. So you are in the dunya doing no righteous deeds. Oh, I'm the daughter of the Prophet. If you do that, I cannot help you. In other words, you have to sweat and work for your salvation. Okay? Not because you're the daughter of a prophet, your Jannah is guaranteed for you. No. See, the son of Noah is in the hellfire. The father of Ibrahim is in the hellfire. So he was telling his family, you should be a role model. And you need to work hard for your own salvation. I can help you as long as I'm here. Ask whatever you want from my wealth, I will give it to you. But on the day of resurrection, it's Allah who's going to decide. So everyone should roll up his sleeve and work on his salvation. Allah is going to decide. That is the essence of the message. I hope it is clear to the questioner.
Jazakumullah khair, Sheikh Salim. It was crystal clear. I hope so. And if you have any follow-up questions, brothers and sisters, please do present them. We will get to them as soon as we can, inshallah. The other thing I was going to say, Sheikh Salim, I think the story you were telling earlier was relating to Handala, because in the Afghani culture, we actually have a song, a poem about Handala radiallahu anhu, who martyred the night after his...
I think Handala, yes. I think it was Handala, yes.
Jazakumullah.
But the hadith is authentic.
Yes. Yes, the Malaika made the ghusl, mashallah. It's a beautiful song about it, Allahu Akbar. And Jazakumullah khair, Sheikh Salim. I guess final words for today are with you, inshallah, and we're going to miss you all week until we have to wait and count the days and hours till next Saturday, Sheikh Salim. Fadl.
Barakallah feekum, Jazakumullah khair. May Allah bless you, bless your family, protect you, protect your family. Elevate your status in this world and in Jannat al-Na'im. May Allah bless you. And I beg you all, I have been asking you to start a study circle in your homes with the Riyadh al-Salihin. So please do that. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us remain steadfast in this beautiful deen until we meet Allah and find Him pleased with all of us. I mean, may Allah bless us with the beneficial knowledge and righteous deeds. May Allah forgive us our faults and mistakes and ignorance. And may Allah unite our ummah on the haqq and bring our hearts together. I mean, and may Allah Azza wa Jal reward all of you, my dear brothers and sisters, immensely your patience and attendance. Until we meet, inshallah, in the coming session, I leave you in Allah's company and protection. Fi hifdhillahi wa ra'ayatihi. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
جزاكم الله خير شيخ سالم. عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.